It's the Week 4 edition of the Rams Coaches Corner here on 89.3 Pure Country Radio. Brent Baker here for the End Zone. Don't forget that this week the Rams play on Thursday night. That game has been moved from Friday to Thursday night because of impending weather. We'll have the game on 89.3 FM. David Bullock will have the play-by-play, and he will interview Gerald Perry right after this message from our sponsor, thanks to Diamond Pharmacy.
Hey now, Shane White here with Diamond Pharmacy, located inside Metro Foods in Mineral Wells. We are so glad to continue our support of Rams football and Chuck FM radio. Diamond Pharmacy has served the Mineral Wells area for the last 30-plus years. For you, we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 9, Saturday, 9 to 8, Sundays from 10 to 2. Our phone number, give us a call at 940-325-2541. That's Diamond Pharmacy inside Metro Foods in Mineral Wells. Go Rams!
David Bullock here with the Coach's Corner with Coach Gerald Perry. Coach, Week 4, a great win 2 weeks ago against the Graham Steers. 34-21, the Rams win. Tell us a little bit about that game.
That was an exciting game. You know, the last two times we played Graham, we've had rain, so we're used to doing that against those guys. So it was just a great game against two good programs. I was excited to play those guys, and it's been a while since we've kind of have beaten those guys, and we've done it the last two games and kind of turned that tide of what we've seen the last 15 years. But so it was a big win for us. Excited about the kids. I thought we were very, very physical. A lot of hits on kickoff returns and kicks and peel back blocks, things that showed a lot of toughness on our part, and so I was proud of the effort. Defense stepped up, and our defense keeps getting better and better. Real proud of what they did to those guys. And then offense, we made plays when we had to, and got off to a slow start, had the fumble like the second play of the game, and then they went down and scored. So, but again, great win. Did some things very well, and a lot of stuff we still have to fix. And it was nice having the off week last week and to work on those things.
Few injuries during the Graham game. Khalil Thompson out at halftime. Tell me what kind of adjustments you had to make in that second half without Khalil.
Well, Preston Garrett came in and played running back. He played some the year before at running back, and he's not a very big kid, but he runs hard, and he plays at safety for us as well. So he came in and got just about all the reps that second half. Khalil, that was precautionary. He's 100% now, and probably could have gone back in the game, but we take care of our kids and felt that was best in his interest to give him some time off. But that was a big adjustment, is really stay with the same game plan, and we feel like we've got two or three good backs and that can roll in there and do things that are needed.
Coach, with the big Graham win against the Graham Steers, how do you keep that momentum going into a bye week against this game with Sanger?
It's a little different this year with the bye coming so early, and that occurred because of the scheduling when the new district came out, and so we had to change our tactics. Typically, you do it right before the week before district starts, and at that point, you're going to really cut back and give your kids some time to heal and get their legs underneath them. We didn't do that, so we basically went in every day with a purpose and had specific things we wanted to address, and we practiced every day. But Monday we had film, but went in and had an objective, practiced them hard, conditioned hard, and so it was a little bit different mentality than what you typically have going into your district. So, but we got to keep getting better, and we use that week to fix some things that we really need to work on, and hopefully it'll pay off for us.
The Sanger Indians, I believe, is a new team. I don't believe the Rams have ever played Sanger before. They're 0-3 on the year so far. Week 1 loss 42-7. A big loss in Week 2 to Springtown, 61-0. And then last week they lost to Bridgeport, 24-17. What can you tell us about the Sanger Indians?
Well, being off, we scouted every team last week in our district, and we got to watch Sanger as well. And they played a strong Springtown team that's very, very good. So that was a lopsided game, but they play hard. I was able to see them play Bridgeport last week, and the storm's about to roll in. I left at halftime, and they hadn't scored yet, so it was a blowout. And then they came back the second half, and so they don't quit, and they've been in the playoffs in the past, and they play hard. So they'll give us some fits. They got a good D line. Got a receiver number one that's very athletic, and we'll have to do a good job stopping him. They roll different running backs in, and but they've kind of mixed it up. They've gone some too tights early on. You kind of see a different philosophy every game right now, so we kind of have to prepare for a lot of different things. But again, for us, we got to control what we do and just keep getting better. And if we'll do that, we'll play well and should get a win.
Coach, let's talk quarterbacks a little bit. Drew Huff and Braden Fryer, your tandem quarterbacks, performed well so far this season. Mm-hmm. Braden Fryer, 2 touchdown passes against Graham. Tell me how you'll work those guys in against Sanger.
We'll do the same thing. Drew's been our kind of our spread quarterback, and then Braden comes in to give us a better chance to run the ball. And what helps him is we ran a lot of options with him last week or 2 weeks ago, and did well running the ball, and which opened up the bootleg that he threw to Hinojosa. Again, they were keying on the quarterback, and the fullback slipped out wide open and made a good pass. And then there at the end of the game, that was a big play on third down to seal that win, because we were going to have to kick a field goal if we didn't score to kind of put it away. But it was a play action pass, and read the tight end. And tight end was open and made a great pass there to give us that a two score margin of victory. So that was key. So both of them are great kids. They work hard, and both of them are very capable. Both of them are starting quarterbacks, and like I said, I don't have a problem rotating quarterbacks, but we're going to find what they do well, and that's kind of our game plan.
This will be your last home game for a while. I think the next 2 games on the road against Iowa Park, and then playing down in Waco against Gonzales. Is that right?
Correct.
And that's a team we've never played before. Tell me about Gonzales.
Well, again, that was one of those games when realignment came out. We had really expected to go in with Stephenville due to Abilene Wiley moving up to 5A. So we had prepared to play all these northern teams like Wichita Falls, Hershey, and some of the others. And when realignment came out that morning, we're in the district with just about everybody I had on my schedule to play. So we had to scramble to find games, and there for a couple of days we had an open date where it looked like we were going to play 9 games. And so I saw Gonzales had an opening, and so we're going to meet up during our traditional open week, and which opened up week 3 for us. So it's different. They look very athletic. They got beat by a state-ranked team the other day, and don't know just a whole lot about them. I've seen some film on them. I was down at Bastrop, so I've been close to them. I've seen what kind of athletes they've had in the past at track meets. But, again, that'll be a good test. Get to go to Waco on a Thursday night and get to go back to my hometown, and it'll be fun to do that and meet those guys halfway and get that game in. But we got Iowa Park coming in. We have to go there next week, and that's always tough, winning in Iowa Park. And then after the Gonzales game, it's Springtown, so it's here in a hurry. So everything we got in for district, we put in this past week, and there's things we're practicing now that we won't put in for this game this week. But we're having to think ahead just because of where the open week fell.
Coach, you mentioned that you scouted all of the district teams last week. This district is tough with Decatur, Wichita Falls, Hershey. Springtown, surprisingly, this year has a really good team. They've been scoring a lot of points. Are those the 3 teams to beat in this district?
Well, you never know. Springtown is very good. The running back is a big kid. He's solid, and I see kids bouncing off of him left and right. Quarterback runs the ball well. They don't throw it quite as much anymore, but the O-line looks really good. It's the best O-line I've seen since I've been here that Springtown's had. And they switched from a 4-man front to a 3-man on defense. So they've made adjustments to what they do, and they're very solid now and very well coached. Decatur, and they lost their starting quarterback before the season started. He's going to go to Oklahoma State and play baseball, so he decided not to play. So they've had to adjust, the week before two-a-day started. So and they played a tough schedule as well. So those are good. Hershey is unbelievable running back. Very few people I see tackle him, but they're also gifted at other positions. Quarterback is really strong. They've got they look really good on the O-line, D-line as well, better than what they were last time we played them. And Gainesville's improved, and then Burke Burnett, beat Iowa Park, which it's hard to do. So it's every week's a battle, and you have to play your best to whether you're playing the best team in the district or one at the bottom, because you can get beat by any of them.
2018 Rams looking good so far. Week 4, Sanger Indians. You've been listening to the Coach's Corner with Coach Gerald Perry.